And then number 4, there's 4 qualifications. So you have Viveka, Vairagya, Shatsampat, and the 4th one is Mumukshutva. Mumukshutva means the desire for liberation. You have to want to know the truth in order for you to know the truth. If you don't want to know, then therefore you don't know. If you don't have a question, then you don't have an answer. So the idea is you have to question, you have to want to know, and therefore you have to question. But not question in a normal sense. Sometimes we question ourselves, but then we are just worrying and go around and round and round in our head, and nothing really happens. Yeah, we lose more prana, and we become anxious. So that's not what we talk about. So mumukshutva is a desire to know the truth, or the desire for liberation. It's represented again by Saturn and Ketu, planet in the 4th, 8th, or 12th house, which is the moksha houses. Moon in 12, planet in Pisces, ascendant Pisces, the sign of ending of the cycle, planets in Revati, final nakshatra. Ketu Dasha indicates opportunity to liberate oneself from attachment. The list is not exhaustive, but this is some idea that the person has the desire to know and not just to escape. So again, don't make that mistake. You have to have the desire to know. I mean, all other planets need to be strong in order for you to be able to know. Because you might have, I know one young man, he has a strong 12th house. And he has a strong Jupiter, exalted Jupiter, has a strong Saturn. He's a Capricorn, has Saturn in his 1st house. And yet he become a homeless person, wandering, lost completely. Yeah, so that is not what we call mumukshutva. Yeah, it's some level of mumukshutva there because the Jupiter is strong, but at the same time there's a lot of other weaknesses there that make that you cannot actually get to that understanding about self and about life correctly until you rectify all the weaknesses. So now I give some example quickly. This is ex-monk, Vedantic monk from Ramakrishna order. He is no more now. He left the monastery, lost support of Guru, very famous. He's an astronomer physicist. Yeah. So you can see, and he's a monk at heart. I mean, even though he left the monastery, but his life is an austere life. He's a monk at heart. Yeah. So he's a jnana yogi because he used physics and the new physics, and to go into all the physical circles with the classical physicists and go in debate with them. So to show, how the quantum physics is better than the Newtonian physics, and like this. So, and he's an astronomer, so extraordinary mind. Yeah. So you can see his chart here. Yeah. Then you have he's an exalted Mercury. Yeah. He's extremely strong person. Yeah. He climbed. He lived very long life, and a very, very good intelligence. But to go and debate to all the physicists, you have to be very, very smart. Yeah? And then he's a researcher, a Saturn Mars. He has a technical mind. Yeah? That make him a physicist. And also he's inventing, they call it, he's no more now, I can say. He's inventing this telescope. Yeah, they call it Dobsonian telescope. Yeah, the Mr. Dobson, that is his name. He's invent the telescope. Jupiter in 7 aspecting ascendant and ruler of ascendant. So he has knowledge, spiritual knowledge, has guru blessing. Mercury exalted in 1st, ruler of the 1st, strong, self-intelligent. Rahu in the 5th, working of Saturn in the 10th, driven to find the truth. Venus, ruler of the 9, is with ruler of the 12 in the 12. Somehow he has that problem with guru. Yeah, and he has a monastic guru. So This just to show that you need to have a strong. In here, Saturn, Mars is not the best position. It's the 10th house. Mars is strong in 10th house. Saturn's strong. You know, it's not super strong. Yeah, but here's a strong Sun, strong Mercury. Ketu in the 11th, Rahu in the 5th. Jupiter, a very strong Jupiter there. So this is only, of course, the Rasi chart. We don't see the Nakshatra, the Navamsa chart. So we can move on. So here's a Jnani. Okay. Jnani Yogi example. So this is the chart of Ramana Maharishi, you know. Strong Mars. Yeah, he has a strong Mars. Ketu Moon. Ketu Moon, I don't know what I indicated earlier, is the intuitive faculty that we talk about. Yeah. Ketu Moon is the intuitive faculty, thinking, feeling out of the box. And if you don't pay attention, then the person can flip into, you know, some kind of psychotic thing. Yeah, so you have to pay attention much to Ketu Moon, Rahu Moon. It can be psychotic, but in this case, he's Jupiter in the 5th, ascendant Venus in the 2nd house. It's not particularly strong there. So it's just the Ketu Moon, and Moon is full Moon, Rahu Sun that makes him who he is. Mars is aspecting Mercury. Mercury is ruler of the 12th in conjunction with the ruler of the 1st, which is Venus. So 12 and 1st, so make a renunciate right there. Mars represents the courage that is necessary for a successful spiritual path, as it takes courage to reject illusion and embrace the truth. It takes courage and one-pointedness, and you know he got realized very young. He left home and then go and meditate. It takes courage and one-pointedness to overcome attachment, to do self-analysis, self-introspection in order to change. You see, his technique is always point you back to who you are. If you come to him and you ask the question, then he will ask you, who's the one that asked the question? And where the question come from? If you are already perfect, yeah. So why you ask this question? So where this question come from? The question come from some kind of wrong identification that you have. So by pointing back the person to the question, the person that asked question to himself, so then the person would somehow realize it and calm down. Ketu Moon in the 9th, Rahu Sun in 3rd. Okay. Jnana Yogi example again. Vedanta philosophy teacher. Then you can see here, ruler of the 9, Mercury in the 9, again, strong religion, strong guru. Mars, Mercury, Ketu. You see, so that is the self-inquiry and the detachment right away there in the 9th house. Inquiry about all religions. Ketu in the 9 make it the approach to religion is unusual. Unusual approach to religion. Saturn exalted in Yoga Karaka, is Yoga Karaka in the 1st house. So Mahapurusha Yoga, strong self-control, personal power, and is aspecting Moon, strong introspective mind. Jupiter is exalted in the 10th house, spiritual teacher, leader. Saturn is controlling Venus in the 7th house. Okay. So this Rahu Moon, if you look at Rahu Moon, it can be a problem in a person's life, because Rahu Moon show too much imagination. The mind is ungrounded, that go into this outer world, other world, and can be lost. Yeah, but you can see he says a strong Saturn in the 1st house. Yeah, and the strong Sun is there, so he has some kind of thing that make him not go out in the space. We say spaced out. Yogic guidelines on Raja Yoga. So according to this teaching, then Hatha Yoga and Raja Yoga are one. Hatha Yoga is the outer aspect of Raja Yoga, and it's a ladder to Raja Yoga. Raja Yoga is a sense of mind control, and Hatha Yoga is working directly with the prana in order to balance the flow prana. When you balance the two flow prana, the Ha and the Ta, then at that time higher energy start to be awakened. We call the Kundalini Shakti that will move into the central channel, the Sushumna. So these are technical terms for yogis. But not just only yoga as system of exercise for health, but yoga as the practice of control and balance out the subtle energy of prana, the Ha and the Ta, in order to rise the higher kind of energy, which is a spiritual energy, the energy of consciousness. So this is what we talk about. So Raja Yoga is a path of control, body and mind, because it says that when you control the body, you can control the mind. Hatha Yoga works with asanas, pranayama, mudra, kriya,